Hello, everyone. Brek Maxon here, Business and Finance Advisor with the Native American Development Center. Just doing a quick little recording today, a video on our NADC Native American Development Center programs. Um, we have three primary goals out there, that we're assisting our Native individuals and our families with. First off is credit, working with individuals and families, that are wanting to improve their credit life. Next, we have our, Native Entrepreneur Small Business Program. I provide a support for our aspiring entrepreneurs and existing entrepreneurs with their small business ventures. We have a micro enterprise loan with that. We'll talk more about that. And then thirdly, we have a Native Artist line of credit that I will also get into a little bit here as well in this program. So I'm not going to go into the tall grass with this very much, just primarily just to kind of talk about what we have. And if you have any questions at all, you can get a hold of me, 701-712-7284. My email is brek@ndnativecenter.org. With that, let's get started. So, there's my mug shot. So our mission is to assist Native American consumers to achieve their dreams of financial freedom and support new and established Native entrepreneurs with their small businesses. We serve Native American applicants both on and off the reservation in North Dakota. Okay, as I said, there's my contact information. All right. Consumer finance counseling. So number one, I guess first off, if you're an individual or family, and you're having some issues with your credit life, as it were, if it's having to do with making ends meet with your budget, if it's your FICO score, your credit report, if you're having a tough time, give me a call. We can talk about your issues. I will sit down and listen, and then we'll try to come up with a plan to help you out. Um, so things that we'll talk about, there's different kinds of credit out there. I'll kind of go over that with you. Of course, the usuals like credit cards, bank loans, etc. We'll also cover ground on the credit bureaus and their role, reading your credit report. In some instances, if you're not already using something like Credit Karma, I will pull up the free annual report website and we will get you enrolled in there so that you can get in there and see what your credit report looks like. You may have to pay for a FICO score. If you're looking for a FICO score from one of the three bureaus, there may be a fee for that, but at least you can get in there and see what your credit report is looking at from one of the three bureaus, whether it be Experian, TransUnion, or Equifax. Also, we can talk about disputing your credit report. After we get in there and we see some derogatories, we can talk about that. What can we do to fix them or to make things better? And of course, understanding your FICO score and how to maintain it. So we'll definitely talk, those are the biggies. Those are the things that we'll talk about and try to get you back on the road to, credit security, being able to meet your budget needs for yourself or your family, and also to maintain, fix, and repair your credit report and your credit score. That's a free service. Also, with that, we have our Credit Builder Loan Program. We can assist clients that need help with managing their consumer debt with a reconsolidation loan. So we do have a loan to reconsolidate debt. A minimum is $1,000 up to $3,000. So, and it could be just about anything that you could use the funds for, as long as it goes towards rehabilitating your credit life or giving you a breather So if you've got some car repairs or some collections out there, you want to get a handle on a credit card, pay those things off, and have a reconsolidation loan at a very low interest rate. It's a modest interest rate. We can talk about that. I usually want to sit down and visit with you first and just see where you're at, because we don't want to get you into a loan that you can't, service. So you must reside in the state of North Dakota, and you typically must be a member of a federally recognized tribe. Sometimes we have a little bit of leeway in that regard. It's a judgment call by the loan officer and our CEO for non-native, non-tribal members. And it is, of course, based on the amount of funds we have at the time, and you must show the ability to repay the loan. So you've got to have a JOB or some kind of income coming in. It could be SSI, SSDI, as long as you have revenue coming in that shows you can pay the loan comfortably without it affecting, your day-to-day living. So those are the things that we'll talk about in our pre-loan session with you. So here's our quick list. Debt consolidation, housing stabilization. So if you're, a month behind on rent or something like that, we can help you get caught up in that regard. Educational expenses, medical expenses that might be hanging out there, personal expenses, anything that would, jeopardize your FICO score or your credit report. So if, your car's broke down, you need it fixed, you could use some of those funds towards that, because if you don't have your job, it's going to impact your credit life one way or the other. So we do take that into consideration, your personal expenses as well. Okay, so there is a paper chase. There's some items that you're going to have to go after in order to do the credit builder loan. The loan application itself, you'll need to fill out an authorized release form so that our loan officer can do some background checks on you. A housing statement, whether you're homeless or not, if you're renting, we'd like you to fill that out. An unemployment statement form. If you're unemployed but you get SSI or SSDI, fill that out. If you are employed, fill it out. Let us know where you work. Personal financial sheet form. It's just a snapshot of what you own and what you owe. We like that. And then, of course, your personal profit and loss statement form, your P&L. And that just shows your income coming in and your expenses, of your income going out, paying the bills. So that's what that is. We'll have you fill one of those out. And of course, I can help you out with that. You will need proof of rental, housing for the last 2 years. So just get that from your landlords, a copy of that to us as well. If you haven't been renting, explain what your situation is. If you've been couch surfing with family members or living with your mother or whatever the case may be, I would advise just get a statement to that effect, and we'll include that in your application. Okay, on the job portion of it here, you've got to prove employment for the past 3 months, steady employment for the past 3 months. So you've got to provide check stubs. Proof of all income. You'll need to get your taxes into us, your federal, for the past 2 years. W-2 forms and your bank statements for the past two months. So if you have a bank, you can get your statements. If you don't, if you just have like some of the online banks like Chime, pull together all of your activity on Chime, download it into a PDF and get that to us. Or even make a hard copy of it and get it to me, and we'll include it in your app. Continuing, proof of debt, anything that you owe on, student loans, a car loan, credit cards, you've got a house loan, a mortgage, letters and lines of credit, equity lines, anything where you've got some debt, please provide that to us as well. A copy of your credit report, and now you can get that off of Credit Karma if you are able to get it downloaded, or we can pull it off of the www.annualcreditreport.com website to get your free credit report. It would just make things a little bit easier for the loan officer, kind of expedite things if we can do it on our side and include that in the actual application. Okay, if you're self-employed or you are paid on commission, you'll need your federal income taxes for the past 2 years, a year-to-date P&L, your most recent balance sheet, and corporate tax returns and schedules. So get those from your CPA, or if you do QuickBooks, get it off of QuickBooks, and we'll include that in your application as well. If you filed bankruptcy for the past 10 years, just get all your paperwork on that, a copy of your petition and discharge, the statement of, the reason for the bankruptcy, and evidence of good credit since the bankruptcy. So if you've got, some headway, positive things that have happened since the bankruptcy, include those as well. And, if you're really challenged and it doesn't look like you really are ready for the credit builder loan, I'll want to do further counseling with you. We'll get you enrolled into some different programs here, just purely educational, primarily, just to get you ready, and then also just counsel you on how to get your house in order, whether it be your budget or other things like collections, etc. If you don't have a job, you're not going to get qualified for the loan. So if that means, we need to work on finding you a job, workforce, part of this whole deal, that's the missing link to you getting back to credit prosperity, financial prosperity, then we'll definitely delve into that as well. One good positive when you do pay off the loan, NADC will send a letter to the credit bureaus and let them know that you've successfully paid off this reconsolidation loan, and hopefully that will show up on your credit report as a positive, and hopefully push the algorithm to get your FICO score moved up. Know that a lot of renters out there, people that are trying to get into apartments, the landlords are requiring at minimum a FICO score between 6 and 650. So that's one of the reasons we get a lot of people coming in to visit with me, is just on their FICO score. So that's the challenge right there, for a lot of people. In order to get a roof over their head, they got to get that FICO score up. I will definitely let you know this is not an emergency loan, so don't come in here expecting to get a loan. Apply for a loan and you're going to get it the next day. That is absolutely incorrect. You're definitely going to need to spend some time with me to find out if the loan is right for you. But if you're broke down right now and you're expecting a loan tomorrow to get your car fixed, it's not going to happen, because the process itself, it does take time, at least 2 weeks to a month, as the loan officer will have to review, our CEO will review, and in a lot of cases it may go before our loan committee as well. So don't expect this to be an emergency loan program, because it is not. Okay, I'm just moving along here. If we have any aspiring entrepreneurs out there, give me a call. I definitely would love to visit with you more and see what we can do to help you, whether it's a new startup or you're existing, and maybe let's say you want to expand your company or you're having some challenges. Let's lift the hood up, look in there and take a look and see what's going on. So, for our aspiring entrepreneurs, a big thing is, we need to ask ourselves, you need to be honest with yourself. Are you ready to start that small business? Are you an entrepreneur? So I've listed here some things, that you need to ask yourself, is entrepreneurship for you? You want to do what you love, and whatever business you would be going into, Is it your passion? Is it something that you're really interested in, or is it just something you want to start up and hire a bunch of people and let them run it for you? If that's the case, boy, you better rethink. You better rethink your ideas of business, small business. Are you a self-starter? Are you good at making decisions? How creative are you? Um, as a small business owner, it's a cutthroat world out there. You better be ready, to take on challenges, from competition, other businesses out there that you're, vying for that market share. You better be creative and find ways to one up your competition, in order to stay alive and keep your doors open. How well do you plan and organize? If you're messy and you don't keep your books, things of that nature, yeah, you're going to find yourself in trouble with the bank or the IRS, and we definitely don't want to see that happen. Is your drive strong enough? A lot of entrepreneurs, they put in more than a 40-hour work week. It could be 60 to 80 hours. So in a lot of cases, it's going to have an effect on your family, and you need to be honest with yourself, with your family members. Is this something that you really want to do? And if so, how can you know, operate the business and still keep some harmony in your household? Um, Also, you need to take a look at yourself, and evaluate your own skills, interests, and personal abilities. So, a lot of entrepreneurs, they don't do everything. You might be really good at welding, but you're not so good at putting together your contracts, to compete for opportunities, or you might not be a very good bookkeeper. So there are some things in your business that you're going to have to farm out, and you just need to figure what those things are, and hire a bookkeeper if necessary, or have somebody at the PTAC or SBDC help you, put your bids together properly, so that what you're doing when you're competing for work out there. So you need to be the expert in your business, but of course, there are some things that you're going to have to farm out, to stay successful. Small business consulting. All right, so here, the 6 M's. This is something I like to also just touch base with a lot of our entrepreneurs out there. The 6 M's. If you just take a look at these here, you'll notice men and women, money, machines, materials, minutes, and market. If you are deficient in any one of those 6 items, you can expect to have some problems with your business. So you definitely want to review this list and make sure, whether you're just starting up or you're already in the soup with your business and you're having some challenges, it could be one of these 6 M's. So you definitely want to take a look at it. The men and women, that could be the talent that you've hired. Is that sufficient? Do you have enough people to run the business with you? Money, if you are short on cash, of course, cash flow, you're going to have to mind that and figure out what the problem is there. Your machinery, is it up to date? Is it competitive with with the competition, with what the competition is using out there? Materials, make sure that you've got enough inventory to sell and to manufacture your goods if necessary. Minutes, that's the time spent in a business. I mentioned that earlier. Are you gonna just be a part-time owner, or are you gonna give it your all? If you're not gonna give it your all, you can expect problems in this category. And then finally, last but not least, the market. If you don't know what's going on in your market with your competitors, with the technology, all of the things that may be going on in your particular industry, you could fall behind, and that could lead to some problems, with your competition, because they've got a leg up on you. Also, it's nice to know, who your customers are. If you don't know who your customers are, how many are out there, and what they like, that also, is going to pose a huge problem for you. You've got these widgets you've manufactured or that you're selling on the shelf, but they're not going. Why is that? You need to find out, and that may take going out and surveying the landscape of your customers and asking them what they like. And if you've got a whole lot of something that they don't care for, then you need to reassess your business. So market is huge. That's a big one. That is probably something you want to think about before you even open your doors. Make sure that it is something, a good or service that people actually want. The micro enterprise business loan. Okay, we have a loan program here at the Native American Development Center. The minimum is $5,000 up to a max of $20,000. So if you are a business owner or an aspiring entrepreneur, give us a call. We can help you out with getting a loan to expand or to get that new business off the ground. So just give me a call. We'll sit down, visit, talk about your business idea or what you're doing at this time, and see if the loan is right for you. So who's eligible? Of course, you must be owner of a business that is classified under the following, whether it be a corporation, sole proprietorship, LLC, or a partnership. Okay. Eligible loan purposes include starting a new business, expanding an existing business, working capital, contract financing to provide bridge gap funding. Those are your mobilization costs, before you start a contract. Those also qualify. The purchase of equipment, machinery, furniture and fixtures, and inventory. So those are all different things that you can use for the loan funds. Gap funding through the participation with a commercial bank on such items as down payment on equipment, improvements to real estate or other property. So if you're short on some funds to go after some real estate or equipment, we can also help in that regard to fill the gap. Other eligible loan purposes, other transactions where the mission is to foster the growth of a business in Native communities. So that one there is a call by our CEO. If she sees that your business plan has merit, but it might be a little bit outside the box, but it makes a big impact on your Native community, she will take a look at it and give it some consideration for funding. Applicants must submit a loan application with their personal financial documents, completed business plan. I can help you with the business plan. Also, provide 2 years of historical financial statements or tax returns, 2 years of your business financial projections as part of the business plan. On the projections, we will give a call out to our strategic partner, Mr. Tyler DeMars with the North Dakota Small Business Development Center here in Bismarck at the Bank of North Dakota. He has the software to do the financial projections that will be included in your business plan. So you really want to work with Tyler to make sure that what's in your business plan narrative meshes with what he puts together for you in the financials. There is a $100 non-refundable application fee. You'll also have to include your tribal ID or certificate of Indian blood, copy of your driver's license, list of machinery, purchase agreements if applicable, construction plans and projected costs if applicable. Okay, finally, I know we're moving fast over a lot of this stuff, so I expect if you have any questions, just to give us a call. The Native Artists line of credit, and this is for our Native artists out there. I believe primarily this particular program, we really want to be careful who we sign up for the letter or line of credit here. But let's go over the bullets here real quick. So who's eligible for this? Or what is it eligible? The purposes are for to purchase inventory and to cover expenses in the process of making and selling your arts and crafts. Artists must exhibit a track record, a history of success in sales over a period of time, and prove repayability of the line of credit through the sale of goods and services or other revenue streams. So I guess what I was trying to say there earlier is that I think the best candidates for this particular program are those artists that, they've got a track record, they've been around for a while, and they have steady revenues coming in from, their prints, from their arts and crafts, things that they're selling, and they can show a steady stream of revenue so that they can pay down on their line of credit as necessary. So, and I do understand that sometimes things are seasonal. During powwow season, you get more busy, and you can work out a plan with our loan officer in that regard. But definitely, I still do believe that we would really want to see more of our native artists that are established and have got that experience and steady revenue coming in order to pay down their line as necessary. So with that, I just wanted to say here real quick, any questions, give me a call. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch this video. You can always see us. I do a lot of posting on Facebook now. And I will talk about various things related to credit, small business, and to our native artists out there. And I can be reached here again, 701-712-7284, Brek at ndnativecenter.org. And you can check out our website. I think our website is down right now. It's getting retooled, but ndnativecenter.org, www.ndnativecenter.org /consumer loans. But I would say if you got questions, give me a call, and I'll definitely visit with you and try to help you out and get you where you need to go. So with that, thank you so much. And I thank you for your time, and hopefully I'll be talking to you soon. Take care. Have a great day.